I'm going to solve activity 8.4. In this activity, you are supposed to write a program that will test if a number that is taken as an input from a user is greater than, equal to, or less than 100. So we will ask a user to input one number. As you know that my selected language is Python, so I have written this short code over here. First of all, I have declared a variable named number. I have asked the user to input a number, and that number will be saved in integer form, because integer means whole number, in whole number form into that variable named number. Then the Python program will check if the number is greater than 100. If the number will be greater than 100, it will be printed on the screen that the number is greater than 100. Elif is the word, that is keyword, that is used, that if this condition fails, the second condition is this, that if the number is equal to 100, then it will be printed on the screen that the number is equal to 100. Else, if both conditions will fail, then the last option is that then you will write else, and you will print the number is less than 100. So I have written this whole program. Let's try it out using Python. I'm going to implement this program in Python. I'm opening Python command line, and I'm going to take input from user. That input will be in the form of integer. This input command will take input from the user. The message that will be displayed on the screen will be, please enter a whole number. Whole number means integer. \n will be used to take the cursor to the next line. Both round brackets that I have just opened in this statement will be closed, and then I will press enter. Now I need to enter one value, so I'm writing if num is greater than 100. It's the syntax of Python to put a colon after the statement. Then I will press enter. Again, it's a syntax of Python to introduce an indent in the beginning of the sentence, and then I will write print on the screen. In order to print anything same to same on the screen, we use double quotation marks. The number is greater than 100. Now this moving on towards the second option. The second option, it's the short form of else if in Python. Elif number is equal to 100. You will put a colon after this statement, because this is the syntax of Python. You will write print the number is equal to 100. And the third and the last option for us is if the number is less than 100. So I will press enter. So for the last option we use else in Python. Else, and after else we will write put a colon, and then we will use an indent, and we will write. So if both conditions will be false, will not be greater than 100 or equal to 100, it means that the number will be less than. In case the number is less than 100, so it will be printed on the screen that the number is less than 100. And now I'm going to press enter. Python is asking if you want to write anything else in this program. No, we want to see the output. So I am pressing enter once again, and the answer, the output is the number is less than 100. Now I'm going to run the second program, the program of activity 8.5. Again, you have to use one high-level programming language. In our case, I have selected Python. You have to write a short program that will take input from the user, and it needs to use the case construct in order to check either the user has entered 1, 2, 3, or 4. And the program that I have written is over here, that you will declare one variable in the memory named as number. The number will be in the form of integer, and the number should be between 1 and 4. If the number will be equal to 1, then number 1 will be printed on the screen. If the number will be equal to 2, elif will be used, because in Python case statement is not used. He has asked, although he has asked you to use the case construct, but the case construct is used in Java. The case construct is used in Visual Basic, but the case construct is not used in Python code. In Python you use elif, 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 and in the end you use else. So I am using elif for all the options, although for equal to we have to use double equal to signs. So I am going to write it. Now I am going to run this program in Python. I am going to open the Python command line interface, and now I am going to uh, input an integer from the user. The We will store the value given by the user in a variable named num. The variable should be in integer, that is in whole number form. We are taking input from the user. For this purpose, we are printing one statement on the screen, that please enter a value between 1 and 4. I am closing both the opening brackets. I am closing both the round brackets that I had just opened, and I am putting a backslash n over here in order to take the cursor to the next line. Now I am pressing the value 3. Now, if in order to check if the value given by the user, I am writing if the value is saved inside num is equal to 1. You have to make sure you need to put a colon in the end of the statement, and in the end of the statement, and you have to put a small I for if, otherwise Python will give an error. Now you have to, it's compulsory to indent or give one space in the start of the second line, otherwise Python will give an error. Now you will print it on the screen that the number is 1. In double quotes you will print it on the screen, the number is 1. Now you will press enter. Now you will not check through only if second time you need to use elif to check if the number is equal to 2, and now you will press enter, and you will print it on the screen that this time the number is 2. Again you will press enter. Third time you will also again use elif to check number 3. You will press enter, and now this time you have to print 3 on the screen, and for the last time you do not use elif, you use else, and you put a colon, and now you will press enter, and last time you will print. If the options of 1, 2, and 3 have gone wrong, so the number this time will be 4. Our expected output of this program is the number is 3. Let me press enter. The program is asking you to enter further statements if you want, otherwise it will print the output. We are pressing enter once again. The output is 3. It means that the program has checked if the number through case statements. So this was activity 8.5. Thank you.